This video will show you how to teach with this HyperDoc called I Thought I Saw a Monster. First of all, it was created for an EL course for middle school students, but it can really be used for elementary as well. First things first. The second page of the document has a poem called The Monster. You might want to print a copy of this out for your students or chart it on some paper and post it in the classroom because it was inspired, the entire lesson was inspired by this poem with the idea that students would practice reading the poem and do some shared poetry practicing of language through the poem. Then, after they've been familiar with the poem, they could go do some interaction on the doc. When you start this doc, you would click twice on the first rectangle. What you'll find is an embedded Google drawing. It has the first part of the poem, and because it was for younger students and I was trying to create some visuals, that's why the colors are highlighted. Students will read this part of the poem to themselves, and then in the area below, they will start creating visually what was in the text. So they will read, I thought I saw a monster underneath my bed. His tongue was yellow and his eyes were red. After they read the sentences, they can insert an image, and there's the image icon so they know where to go. And then they can use the Google search within the drawing. So search bed, choose their image, and then it's there in the drawing. Whenever you insert an image, you can make it smaller or use the blue dots at the corners to resize it. The first thing is do they understand the word in the language bed? That way you can see as a formative assessment where they're at. After they insert the image, they're going to draw their own monster using the drawing tools up here under shape. So you can they can figure it out, but you might want to start with any shape you want. So they could draw a little monster with a rectangular body, and then they might go back and give it some interesting hair and some arms. All of these drawing features are really available so that students can get creative. If you like the shape that you create, you can also copy and paste. And if you want to rotate the shape, you would just click and drag and drop like that. But don't worry, your students will also want to have fun and explore with these tools. Okay, once they've drawn their monster, the thing that you'll be looking for to check for understanding is, did they include a yellow tongue and red eyes? So, if your student's monster has something that might resemble a yellow tongue in the mouth area, such as that, then you'll know they understood the text. You can use the fill color, and there it is. There's the yellow tongue, and then red eyes. So go back to the circles. I'm going to fill it red. Copy. Paste. So that the eyes are the same size. And then they can just enjoy creating and designing more. But those will be the two ways that you know that they understand. So all of the drawing will be within the doc here. Once your students are done, they can click Save and Close. And their drawing will be there. And when you look at their document, you can see the work that they've done. If they want to go back and edit it, they just double click again and go back and edit it. After they've gone through and practiced with the drawing tools and read the poem in the 3 parts, there, and there, they can move on to this extension activity. Here, students will click on the link and it'll take you to a shared Google slide presentation. And you might want to watch the video together or whole group or small group, or they can watch it independently. But this slide deck is shared for a reason. Anyone with the link can edit it. And students can watch this video, and this video is meant to get them excited about creating their own monsters. It's about a 1.5-minute clip, and you can click present if you're presenting it to your students, and then the video will show some monsters. While you watch the video, you might want to talk to your students about taking a look at all the monsters in the scene, and if they want to design a monster that looks like any of those. It's meant to be kind of a mentor text visually. Then the directions are listed here as to what they will do. And then each slide is a template. So students can write their name. They can design their own monster here, getting inspiration from the poem and from the video. And then you can do a creative writing activity where they write a description of their monster here. What's going to be neat is when you see that all of these slides get filled in, and you'll notice students starting to go over and look at each other's work. Once they do, I encourage you to ask them to practice some digital citizenship by commenting on each other's work right there on the slide deck. Also, don't forget to show your students the undo button. Sometimes when students are doing different things, they accidentally make mistakes. And if it affects, since we're all on a shared slide deck, that's a good button to make sure that everyone knows where it is. But really, when they're on their slide, they can be using shapes, just like it looked like in drawings. They'll really be using images, and they'll be typing text. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, well, I hope you enjoy this HyperDoc. If you have any questions, or if you get any ideas to extend it and make it even better, please email me at kellyhilton4747@gmail.com, or you can tweet me at kellyiHilton. All right, I hope you enjoy.